Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Shahzad Ahmed. I am student of Rehan Teacher Training AI Institute. My batch number is 19. Today we are starting our interview discussion with ChatGPT on the topic how make better discussion and avoid regent. Let's begin our questions. Hello, ChatGPT. Are you available here?
Walaikum assalam. Yes, I'm here and ready to go. I'm excited to dive into the topic with you. Let's get started with your questions.
Okay. What is the decision in simple word?
In simple words, a decision is basically choosing what to do after considering different options. It's making up your mind about something and picking the best course of action.
Okay. What are decisions important in life?
Decisions are important in life because they shape our future and influence the paths we take. Every decision, big or small, can affect our relationships, careers, and overall happiness. Making thoughtful and informed decisions helps us lead a more fulfilling and intentional life.
Okay. Do we make decisions every day?
Yes, absolutely. We make decisions every day, often without even realizing it. From simple choices like what to eat or what to wear to more significant ones like how to spend our time or who to spend it with, decisions are a constant part of our lives.
Why do people feel confused while making decisions?
People often feel confused while making decisions because of factors like having too many options, fear of making the wrong choice, uncertainty about the outcomes, or even pressure from others. Sometimes a lack of clear information or conflicting priorities can also add to the confusion. All of these factors can make it tricky to feel confident in the choices we make.
Is it normal to make wrong decisions sometime?
Yes, absolutely. It's completely normal to make wrong decisions from time to time. Everyone experiences it, and it's just part of learning and growing. What matters is how we learn from those mistakes and use them to make better choices in the future.
Okay. What is regent in simple work?
In simple words, regret is the feeling of sadness or disappointment about something you did or didn't do in the past. It's that sense of wishing you had made a different choice.
Okay. How do people feel regrets after discussions?
People can feel a range of emotions after discussion. Sometimes they feel satisfied and confident if the conversation went well and they reached a good conclusion. Other times they might feel confused or uncertain if things were ambiguous or unresolved. And sometimes discussions can bring about a bit of regret if people feel they could have said or done something differently. Overall, it really depends on the outcome and the nature of the conversation.
Can regent affect our mental place pieces?
Yes, definitely. Regret can impact our mental well-being by causing feelings of sadness, anxiety, or even lowered self-esteem. It can lead to rumination, where we keep dwelling on past choices, and that can contribute to stress or even depression. On the flip side, though, reflecting on regret can sometimes help us learn and grow as long as we manage it in a healthy way.
How get regret? How does regret change our thinking?
Regret can shift our thinking by making us more reflective and cautious. It often leads us to analyze our past choices more deeply, and sometimes it can help us avoid making similar mistakes in the future. On the other hand, if we dwell on regret too much, it can also lead to negative thought patterns, making us more anxious or less confident. Ultimately, regret can be a powerful tool for growth if we use it constructively.
Can regret stop us from moving forward?
Yes, regret can sometimes hold us back if we let it linger too long. When we dwell on past mistakes, it can create feelings of doubt, anxiety, or even a fear of taking new risks. However, by acknowledging regret and learning from it, we can actually use it as motivation to move forward. It's all about finding a balance and not letting it prevent us from embracing new opportunities.
What are common mistake people make while deciding?
Some common mistakes people make while deciding include rushing the decision without enough information, letting emotions take over and cloud judgment, not considering all the possible options, and sometimes being overly influenced by others' opinions. Another common mistake is not taking the time to reflect on potential consequences or even ignoring gut feelings that can be important. It's all about finding a balance and taking a thoughtful approach.
Does fear affect decision making?
Yes, fear can definitely impact decision making. It can cause people to avoid taking risks or lead them to make more conservative choices than they might otherwise make. Fear can also create stress or anxiety, which might cloud judgment and lead to impulsive or overly cautious decisions. On the flip side, a bit of healthy fear can also help us make more careful and well thought out choices. It's all about finding the right balance.
Can emotion leads into wrong decisions?
Absolutely. Emotions can play a big role in decision making. When we're driven by strong emotions like fear, anger, excitement, or even stress, it can sometimes cloud our judgment and lead us to make impulsive or less rational choices. It's important to find a balance and try to take a step back to consider things more objectively so that our emotions don't lead us astray.
Why is rushing a decision harmful?
Rushing a decision can be harmful because it often leads to overlooking important details or not fully considering all the options. It can result in mistakes, overlooked consequences, and regret later on. Taking the time to reflect, gather information, and weigh the pros and cons helps ensure that the decision is well informed and more likely to lead to positive outcomes.
How can we make better decision step by step?
To make better decisions step by step, you can start by clearly defining your goal or what you want to achieve, then gather relevant information and consider all the possible options. It helps to weigh the pros and cons of each option and think about the potential outcomes. It's also important to take your time and not rush. Finally, once you made your choice, commit to it, but also remain flexible and open to adjusting if needed.
Why is it important to think calmly before deciding?
Thinking calmly before deciding is important because it helps you avoid impulsive choices and ensures that you consider all the factors thoroughly. When you're calm, you can think more clearly, weigh the pros and cons more effectively, and reduce the influence of strong emotions that might cloud your judgment. Ultimately, this leads to more thoughtful and informed decisions, which are more likely to result in positive outcomes.
Okay. How does writing pros and cons help decisions?
Writing down pros and cons can really help decisions because it allows you to see everything clearly and compare the positives and negatives side by side. It helps you organize your thoughts, reduce mental clutter, and make more objective choices. It also allows you to reflect on the potential outcomes more thoroughly and can reveal aspects you might not have considered initially. Overall, it just brings clarity and helps you make more balanced decisions.
Can asking advance help us decide better.
Absolutely. Asking for advice can be really beneficial because it brings in different perspectives and insights that you might not have considered. It helps you see things from another angle, fill in knowledge gaps, and avoid potential pitfalls. Plus, getting input from others can boost your confidence in making a decision and help you feel more supported and informed.
Why should we think about long term results?
Thinking about long-term results is important because it helps ensure that the decisions we make today lead to positive outcomes in the future. It helps us avoid short-sighted choices that might bring immediate benefits but could cause problems down the line. By considering the long-term impacts, we can make more sustainable and thoughtful decisions that align with our overall goals and values.
What daily habits help better decision making?
Several daily habits can really boost decision making. For example, taking time for mindfulness or meditation can help clear your mind and reduce stress. Keeping a journal can help you reflect on your thoughts and track patterns in your decision making. Also, maintaining a healthy routine, like getting enough sleep, staying active, and eating well can keep your mind sharp and improve your clarity. Lastly, consistently setting aside time for thoughtful reflection can help we make more deliberate choices.
Okay, what is one simple advice to avoid regret in life?
One simple piece of advice to avoid regret is to make decisions aligned with your values and priorities. In other words, take the time to reflect on what truly matters to you before making choices. Also, embrace the idea that mistakes are part of growth and learn from them rather than dwelling on them. Ultimately, making thoughtful and authentic choices can help minimize regret in the long run.
Okay, that's great. From the interview, I learned that making wrong discussions in part of life. I learned that regret comes when we do not think cleanly our rush or choices. Good decisions, discussions need participate, clear think and self-confidence. Accepting mistakes and learning from them help us avoid regret in the future. This discussion helped me understand how to make better decisions and live with place of mind. Thank you very much, ChatGPT. This is the end of my interview. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz. उसमें जो रिकॉर्डिंग हुई है मेरी रिकॉर्डिंग उसमें आई हुई है बड़ी साइड है ना अपने सेटिंग में क्या फिर हो रही
Best of luck with everything, and if you ever need more guidance or support, I'm always here. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.